we're going to start here on the right, the second row.
Hey, LaNorris, obviously we've seen what you've been able to do on the field, but where do you feel like you're taking your game, maybe off the field, leadership, and what is about your personality that you're able to kind of withstand some of the all the hype and talk, or like the draft pick stuff?
Yeah, just building chemistry with those guys, the younger guys, the receivers we had last year. Just make sure we all good in the offensive line as well. Didn't have a lot of time. I think they got out there in January, so just doing it as fast as we could, so we get the summer and start working out and all that. And then for your second question, I think really just taking it day by day, really not getting caught up in it too much, but still keep my head down and still working, because I know how much work I had to put in to get here, but I could also lose it quick. So.
Fourth row, and then pass it to your left.
Hey, LaNorris, Nick Wiggins, WNSP in Mobile, Alabama. In the new NIL era, players are moving teams every offseason. It feels like a story came out where your dad made some comments about how you were potentially trying to be lured to other schools, but you want to stay in South Carolina because of how it's a great situation. I just want to know, what did lead you to wanting to stay in South Carolina and not go somewhere else like a lot of other players do?
Everything I needed was in South Carolina. Like, I grew up there, my family's there. Anything I needed was an hour and 5 up the road from me. School pretty much take care of like rent and all that, so it's not like you really need too much, like, you know what I'm saying? So everything I need in South Carolina is no point in me going somewhere to start over.
Right here in the front row.
Dick Cox with Cox Sports Broadcasting, Lindy Sports. You've got a lot of new toys in your toy box with all the receivers, young receivers, one of them even your brother. But just talk a little bit about that this summer, working with those guys, and what have you seen?
Yeah, seen a lot of growth from January to now. Like I said earlier, it's just they come from high school, and then it's coming straight from high school, graduating like December to January, which is winter workouts with us, and then it's spring ball 2 months from there, and then it's summer. So it's really not a lot of time to get them rolling and going, because they'll all have to play this year, just because we brought back 5 guys, I think, in the receiver room, and then we brought a 6 freshmen. So everybody have to play. It's not a lot of time for them to grow and adjust, so we got to do it fast.
Fourth row.
LaNorris, Jared Bates, WNSP, Mobile, Alabama. Every athlete's got a great pregame playlist. Is there a specific artist or song that's sticking out to you leading into 2025?
I wouldn't say a specific artist. It's kind of like what I'm feeling that game. I'm more likely to go in with like some chill music to calm me down before, so it's not like only adrenaline pumping through my blood. But yeah, I'll say that.
We'll go over here on the left.
Tyler Shaw with KV Texas College Station. Lawrence, from last year, what do you remember from the Texas A&M game? When you guys beat, and how much are you looking forward to now going to Kyle Field this year?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard so much about the stadium, so I'm ready to see that. We were my freshman year, we played at like 12-ish. I mean, even when we played it, then it was kind of loud, and then it was cool seeing all like the military stuff before the game, being pregame warm-ups when they walk around the field and all that. But Texas A&M was an exciting game just because it was a night game as well. They were big, physical. I remember Shamar Stewart and me and Jared, one specific play. We talk about that all the time, but they are super fast, physical, they're smart, and so I'm looking forward to it.
Right side.
Yeah, what do you remember? It was never really a close game last year in Norman, but what do you remember from Brent Venables' defense, which has a reputation of being somewhat confusing to quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. They did a lot of different stuff. Some stuff I've never really seen before, just playing this defense, but I know who's at Clemson before that. So it's kind of like, I knew their defense was good going to the game, even being at Clemson, just the record they had there. And then it was similar at Oklahoma, similar scheme, but they were smart, they disguised well, they did stuff good, and they were physical as well. So.
Third row here in the middle.
On the offensive line, you're having to replace 3 starters from the interior. What have you seen from those position battles and really the line as a whole?
Yeah, just continue growth. They were super consistent. They were on campus all the time, working out together, building chemistry in the weight room, getting their body where they need to. More lean and muscle rather than like fat. So they're all moving well, they're smart, and we're together, we're in constant communication.
Right side, back row.
LaNorris, you mentioned being excited about playing at Kyle Field, but you guys played in an electric stadium yourself at Williams-Brice. What makes that atmosphere so tough and so unique from other atmospheres in college football?
I think it's just our fans. They play like a significant role. Just when teams are on offense, they're super loud, chaotic, and then they're staying in it like pretty much the whole game. It's not like it's high or it's low. It's kind of like no matter what, they're always loud and then into the game. So.
Front row here.
Hey, LaNorris, Rick Henry, WSTV Columbia. How excited are you to be playing with your brother again? And when you were growing up as kids playing in the backyard, were you always playing the role of the quarterback throwing a winning touchdown, or did he want to be the quarterback?
Yeah, it's super excited to play with him because we played, I think last time we played was my senior year, which was 3 years ago or so. And yeah, like you said, I was always quarterback. He played pretty much everywhere. And regularly, he played running back, played receiver, he played DB. And I think once he played that up until last year, senior in high school. I think he's fully receiver now, but that's all we used to do, just throw it deep, run, catch it. So.
Final question right here.
You lost Debo, Nick, and a lot of the guys who were the leaders in the locker room. Who do you see as the guys who are going to step up to give you like the leadership that you got last year?
So we brought in some guys. We brought in like Boaz Stanley. That's the center, so we obviously lead the offensive line. I would say I would lead like the quarterback room, Nick Harper, Jared, those guys would lead the receiver room. DQ is here for the DBs, Nick Barrett, defensive line. And they brought in Sean Murphy from Florida State and Justin from Germany, we call him J.O. So those guys are probably leading that. So I guess it's just like one big leadership committee, whatever you call it. Brady Hunt for tight end, those guys. So
LaNorris, thank you very much.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you.